Thursday, February 25th, 2021, and the morning edition is live. On today's show, we're painting with an artist from Eleuthera, a look back at the life of Maureen Duvalier, and it's all about staying fit. So let's start the morning off right.
Someone smiles today. Good morning and welcome to the morning edition. I'm LaDawn Davis.
And I'm Charles Fisher. So what is the reason you're going to make me smile today?
Well, Fisher, you know, they always say that slim people are, I guess, always fit and healthy. Is that the case? Because I know you've been doing sports for a number of years. So is that the case?
I'm slim, I'm fit, I'm healthy. But I want to know the reason why you're going to make me smile today.
You'll have to wait and see later on in the show. You'll have to see. It's a surprise.
I'm just looking at you with this makeup on this morning, the eyelashes.
I can barely see these lashes.
On point. Talk about it. Let me tell you, I tell you all off now. My mother, she's getting up there in age, but the other day she put on some eyelashes. So my kid said, "Grammy, you think you're young, eh?" And then she put on. She can't be dressing the same way like you, and yeah, she can be dressing the same way, maybe like LaDawn and those.
They're trying to keep up with us young ladies. They want to feel young. They're not 64 is not old. It's still young. Young and sexy.
One question. How does it feel with those eyelashes? Because men want to know when you put these.
When you see my eyes twitching and you see it red, that means something's going on there. So yeah. I may need your glasses later on in the show, but beauty, it's a cost to be beautiful. So you have to enhance the beauty. It's costly.
Okay. Well, let's take it now out to the streets. We're at Bay Street, exactly downtown, where Lloyd Allen is at this morning. Lloyd, you're up and bushy-eye already. What's up, boy?
The traffic report is sponsored by Bahamas First. First in insurance. Today, tomorrow.
Well, good morning, LaDawn and Fisher, and good morning to the rest of the Bahamas. It is a great start to your Thursday morning, and today, yes, you're absolutely right, Charles and LaDawn. We're in the downtown area near Rawson Square. As you can see in our background, loads of cars are starting to make their way into this area, and it should be smooth sailing for many vehicles and commuters coming into this area. That's before that sweet period, that 7:30, 8 o'clock hour, when traffic is expected to intensify around parts of the island. Based on reports in other areas coming in from Village Road to the Eastern Road, Carmichael Road, and even further out west, at this time we can report that there are no outages when it comes to those traffic lights, and so those early morning commuters should be able to get to their destinations nice and smoothly on this Thursday. Today we're also joined by Constable Prince Dean Jr. from the Royal Bahamas Police Force Traffic Division, giving us an update on traffic developments over the past 24-hour period.
Good morning, Bahamas. Good morning, Lloyd. Over the 24-hour period, we had 11 traffic accidents damage only. We have 9 persons in hospital due to these traffic accidents. However, there is no major matters reported over the night.
All right, so some great information there. But Officer Dan, another thing that we're talking about today, we know, of course, throughout the island on many of those major highways, like the East-West Highway, even Carmichael Road, or even here in the downtown area, where traffic can intensify, where speed can go up to about 45 miles per hour. There are many pedestrians who use those areas to get to their destinations as well. Any tips or advice for those pedestrians and motorists?
Yes. While you are in that area or on that thoroughfare, we have a lot of highways that don't have pedestrian crossings. Drivers, I ask you to be cautious. You see a pedestrian standing on the side of the road, you use the old-fashioned way. Allow that person to cross the street if he's prepared to cross that street. Don't run over or shoot past. Allow that person to cross. And if it's another vehicle, if you say you are in the northern lane and then a vehicle is traveling west on the southern lane, you allow that vehicle to stop. You either put your hand out of your vehicle to signal that car to slow down so that the pedestrian could cross the street safely, all right, to avoid an accident or knocking down a pedestrian.
And then finally, I just noticed even a cyclist passed us here in the downtown area. We have an increased number of cyclists around the island as well. Any tips or advice for them?
Yes, your motorcyclists, we advise you to be cautious also. You know, some vehicles don't see you coming up the middle of the lane. You like to drive straight down the center of the traffic. We advise you watch those vehicles crossing by. Me, myself, being a motorcyclist, I have to be cautious because I drive for persons. Rather than me driving for myself, I have to drive for other drivers. So I stay cautious. I notice or I look for signals or signs of a driver turning on to me or turning off for me. So I stay cautious and continue forward.
So some great advice there, being responsive and reactive once you're on the street. That's for cyclists as well as those pedestrians while you're making your rounds to your various destinations. That's a quick look at your Thursday morning traffic report. LaDawn and Fisher, back to you.
It sure looks good on the outside. We're starting the morning off in the 60s once again. Almost no wind at all in the extended forecast. The next 7 days looking pretty similar. Daytime highs in the low 80s, overnight lows in the low 70s.
Let's take a look now at stories making news headlines.
More details on the state of the domestic economy in the midst of the ongoing economic fallout from the COVID-19 pandemic presented during debate on the 2020-2021 mid-year budget in the House of Assembly on Wednesday. Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis, said overall growth in expenditure of $112.1 million at the midpoint of the fiscal year was fueled by a significant increase in funding to support social programs. He highlighted the spending priorities.
Compensation of employees, which comprises wages, salaries, allowances, and NIB contributions, declined to $342.3 million as the previous mid-year tally included the public lump sum payment done in December 2019. The government continued its commitment to reduce the $360 million in arrears it inherited in 2017, and as of December 2020, approximately $282.7 million in arrears have been settled.
19 new COVID cases on record in the Ministry of Health's latest release, 7 of them right here in New Providence, 4 apiece in Abaco, Bimini, and Cat Key, 3 over in Grand Bahama, and 1 in Andros. Gender-wise, 13 are males, the other 6 are females. 16 people are in hospital with the virus, 15 of them moderately ill, and 1 in the intensive care unit. Recoveries continue to climb. At last count, the Bahamas was at 7,274. 67,216 tests have been administered. A contingency plan is being developed to secure additional vaccines in order to avoid any delays in deployment across the country. Health Minister the Honorable Renwood Wells had these words for those still hesitant about the process.
Skepticism is good. Do your research. But at the end of the day, get your information from reputable sources. You know, I would have spoken in press conferences about the other pandemic, the infodemic, information overload that a lot of folks have been experiencing, and that has been generating a whole lot of fear. You know, I am one who, fortunately, I grew up in the church, and one of the things my grandma and ma always used to tell me was, as the Bible says in 2 Corinthians 5:21, test all things, hold to what is good. That has been my mantra for life. Test all things and then hold to what is good. So I don't mind the Bahamian people's skepticism. Test it. Try it.
Lend a Hand Bahamas has been instrumental in keeping Bahamians fed for nearly a year now amidst economic uncertainty caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. With Phase 3 of the National Food Distribution Task Force work set to conclude in just over a month, Lend a Hand Bahamas is now looking inward to see how it can continue to feed Bahamians past the expiration of the government-funded initiative.
We made connection with the hotel union to find out how many unemployed in our area, also with the people on the straw vendors, the taxi union. We're trying to reach out to them to let find out so we could have a better evaluation of the program to see where Lend a Hand goes from here. Once we could see the data of what the needs are, then we could move forward into knowing where we go and what goal we could set.
And students at the Anatol Rogers School are preparing to re-enter the classroom this Friday for face-to-face learning. According to Principal Andrew Dean, special attention will be put on COVID-19 protocols.
Students will come in to Anatol Rogers in two phases. In other words, what I'm trying to say is, for instance, on Friday we'd have grade 7 and 10. Our school is divided into both junior and senior. So those 7th grade students will not be exposed to the 10th grade students. And on both sides of the compound, we'd split them even further. The 7th graders will be split. Some of them will be on the bottom floor, some on the top floor. Same thing on the senior side with the grade 10 students. So we are all about safety. Those students who come in on Friday will return back to school. They'll be 1 day in, 2 days off, 1 day in, 2 days off throughout until we switch to face-to-face.
Well, Fisher, I'm not a parent just yet. I know you're a parent. You have 4 daughters, possibly 5 daughters, perhaps. How do you feel about face-to-face learning?
Why you putting
5 daughters, 6 daughters.
You want,
I want to have sons.
You want me to adopt you?
Sure, no problem. You ready to? You have money to facilitate me, to assist me. So how do you feel about face-to-face?
Like I told you, how their mom do most of the face-to-face work with them. So I just sit in the back and just be amazed sometimes and hear the back and forth banter between them. Do this, you do that, you do that. Oh, mommy, So it's interesting. But what is interesting to know that how many kids were ready to go back to school? You've been out for a whole year. That's like you and I when we were on vacation for 3 and 4 weeks, then it's time to go back to work. We get in that mood, we can't do this. So I'm wondering how many kids went back to school and the type of mood that they are in, being able to sit back in a classroom atmosphere after being home for quite such a long time, being able to do such freedom, watch TV, go to this when they want to.
And I know a few schools are also, I guess, advising them to take the entrance exam again to actually go back to school. I don't know how that's going to work for some parents.
Yeah, and some kids they have to adapt and are learning again and hearing instructions from these teachers. So there's a lot of things that goes into it, and hopefully it all works out.
Well, I hope the teachers are ready for that, because I don't know, boy. I know Belinda Wilson. I don't know if she's going to be ready for that. I hope the teachers are ready. You ready? I'm not sure you're ready.
I'm not ready, but I'm going to go home today now. You said I have 5 daughters, so I got to find out if it's something I know with going on. So when I go home right after this, I'm going to call my wife and ask her, is something LaDawn know that I do not know? So
I definitely don't. I don't want to get in trouble.
Well, Isaac Bastian in the 50th ranked Florida State Seminoles opening the ACC Men's Swimming Championship yesterday by qualifying for the NCAA Championships in the 200 medley relay. Bastian swam the second leg in 23.66 seconds as the Noles won their heat of the time final in a minute 23.91. That was almost 2 seconds faster than their seeded time and under the A qualifying standard of a minute 24.30. The ACC Championship runs through Saturday. The NCAA Championships jump off on March 24th. Both events are being held in Greensboro, North Carolina.
And when we come back, the Queens College class of 1972 giving back, so keep it locked.
First, it's more than just our name, more than just our achievements. It's our nature, and it's where we put our customers. At Bahamas First, we've refreshed our look, but our nature remains the same. We design insurance solutions that protect our customers from life's uncertainties, whatever they may be. We equip you for the future so that you can recover stronger. Bahamas First, what's first for you comes first for us.
As a result of the fallout from the COVID-19 pandemic, Bahamians continue to seek employment opportunities. The Kalani Job Seekers group are doing their part to assist, and it's all being done through a WhatsApp group. Administrator Barbara Wilson says that once a job seeker reaches out to her at 457-3188, she takes care of the rest.
Well, we actually started early, like from 2008, we had a job assistance program.
And back in those days, we didn't have WhatsApp, or we didn't use it. And so I really started by email. I would ask persons in the community and other people if they had job openings or knew of job openings to let me know. And then I would send them out by email to persons who had signed up to say that they were unemployed at the time.
Wilson says networking is key in the process.
It's nothing like knowing that someone had searched for 6 months and they finally found work, and it kind of boosts up the rest of the group. So the whole group was really to network and help each other. Of course, the groups have grown so huge now, and I'm the only administrator, so I have had to fix it so that there's no chatting in the groups. But I've asked them to send me any type of praise report that they have regarding finding work, and then I share it in the groups in order to encourage others.
The Queen's College class of 1972 giving back in a tangible way. Earlier this week, a donation of 2 wheelchairs took place on the school's campus on Village Road.
One of our classmates, Olivia McLean Gibson, that's the name we knew in school, she recently passed away. And as a class, as a group, we've been meeting for years, and we want to know how can we honor her, in remembrance of her. So it came up, we would give a donation to QC. And that's when we were like, okay, let's give something tangible then. And we found out that her mom actually has difficulties, a little bit disabled, and we asked the school what they need to make sure it fit in what we were thinking, because we were thinking of chairs, and they said they needed a donation for the wellness center, and that's how we came up with chairs. We collected enough money so we were able to get 2.
This is an amazing start of great things to come. We always look forward to alumni classes of the school coming back to give to the school, because it's a testament of the legacy of Queen's College that we have invested so much into our students, and so our students have now returned to invest back to us. And so we're looking forward to this, because on any given day, our health and wellness center, we have incidences where we need equipment, medical equipment, in order to help take care of our students. Our classrooms, most of our classrooms have wheelchair ramps, so that if anything was to happen, we're able to get access in and out of the classroom space.
Well, as we head to the break, we take a look back at today in Bahamian history. On February 25th, 1976, Prime Minister Lyndon Pinling became the first Bahamian appointed member of the Queen's Privy Council. The appointment is retained for life and bestows one the title of Right Honorable. Also on February 25th, 2002, popular daytime talk show Live with Regis and Kelly was broadcast from the Atlantis Resort. This was the second time the show aired live from the Bahamas after the initial broadcast in 1997. The Bahamas was beamed directly into homes across the United States.
GH Enterprises, they are in the business of selling sand, soil, or fill. If you need some heavy equipment work done, dredging or land clearing, call GH Enterprises. Give them a call today, 3225487. GH Enterprises also specialize in trucking. GH Enterprises, no job too big or too small.
Outdoor fitness training has significantly increased since the outbreak of COVID-19. This morning, Jay Philippe speaks with a trainer that says staying fit can result in a healthier life.
Fitness trainer McDonald Jane Lewis is committed to health and fitness. The former collegiate athlete, who earned his bachelor's degree in sports management, is now a full-time trainer that takes pride in wanting to see his clients produce life-changing results.
Overall goal is to create an environment that's focused on health and wellness. The bigger picture, I should say, is to have a health and wellness center here. Right now we just focus on the fitness aspect of it, but eventually it will be a place where you can go meditate, prayer, yoga, and a complete health and wellness.
According to Coach Mick, regular group sessions are done in the mornings in person at the Gombeland Skating Ring location daily at 5 a.m. He also offers Zoom classes online for persons that are not able to attend in person.
Typical day, we come here 5:45, start by 5:50, warm it up, go through our various stretches, our cardio exercises, and then how the workouts are structured is to help people build strength, build muscle, and lose weight. So You know, some days will be legs day. After our routine, we'll just focus on legs. If it's upper body, after our cardio routine, so we're hitting cardio almost every day, we'll focus on upper body. So it's a mixture of strength and conditioning.
Coach Mick has built his brand to where clients are now pleased with the sessions.
McDonald's program is very efficient because he's very hands-on, he's very consistent, he's very passionate, and he shows up all the time, and he makes sure we show up. And that's one of the things that I like about it. He pushes us, and his workout routine is not difficult. He makes everything very easy for us, and it's easy for your body to adjust to, and I've already started seeing results, so I love it.
My first 2 months I've actually done the group session, and the progress and the results that I've been getting from that, I first started losing inches, and then once I got on the scale was moving in the right direction, so I decided to ask him about the private sessions. I actually do private sessions with him as well, and it's been going pretty well. I'm pleased with the results.
The fitness coach says he has a passion for fitness, which motivates him.
Really started this because I'm passionate about helping people become healthier. I'm helping people, just be the best version of themselves. And I know that when it comes to fitness, it helps with confidence, it helps with your productivity at work. And also we provide the best prices too. So you look at our prices, sometimes people say, bro, your price don't make any sense. But it's because it's passion over profit, and we're really in the business just helping people out.
MarkFit Fitness Center opened its Western location earlier this week. Many would not remember, but its founder, Jimmy Markey, was a former national basketball team player. He played pro ball overseas and led the Cy Gibson Rattlers to a Hugh Campbell championship. Big transition from the sports world to the business world.
All in the same. I mean, for me, it's like you train in your mind, you train in your body, but in business, it's kind of knowing your market. It's kind of knowing the people you're trying to reach out to. And, for me, fitness is a little different from selling clothes or food. It's more of just the mental side of it, just trying to get people to recognize that health is important just like everything else in their daily life. And you travel and you've been to facilities and you see how the elite athletes train. It's kind of like, I need to replicate this in the Bahamas. And that's kind of like where it is. Right now is just trying to continue to pursue greatness in terms of fitness, and not only that, performance for athletes. For me personally, I can speak on that, having the space, having the cutting edge equipment, having, just a little bit of everything that the pro athletes use on that level, we have it here. We actually have a ton of mentorship programs coming up, workshops coming up. There's a whole lot of stuff right now. Pro athletes coming in, won't call names, but a lot of stuff is going to happen soon.
Bahamas Aquatics Federation held their annual general meeting and election of officers this month. As one of the most vibrant federations in the country, nothing changed as Arjun Cargill was once again returned as president.
First of all, I'd like to thank the membership of the Bahamas Aquatics Federation for re-electing me as the president. I've been the president since 2003, which is perhaps a very long time. And this time, as previous times, I was unopposed. So I'm grateful to the support that they have placed in me. We have many goals in the Federation. Primarily, our goal is to ensure that we continue to field athletes at the Olympic level. All of the preparation at the junior level is primarily to develop Olympians. And last year, we were fortunate to have 2 swimmers represent the Bahamas at the Olympic Games. And certainly our goal is to seek to qualify a relay team for the Olympic Games. We understand that that's challenging given the dynamics involved. But given the strength of our program, the many athletes we have, we feel it's certainly within our reach, and that's our ultimate goal. We have won Carifta 3 times in a row. We're the only federation in the Bahamas and in the region to have won Carifta 3 times in a row. And if it was not postponed last year, we would have won 4 times in a row. So but we're excited to go to Carifta whenever it's going to be held and to repeat as the Carifta champions.
On the other side of the break, LaDawn is painting with an artist from Eleuthera.
Everything is changing, and your favorite hardware and home improvement store is getting with the program. We Buy You Sell is rolling out its new online shopping feature. If you go to our website, wbusbahamas.com, it's a quick and easy 3-step process. Step 1, browse the gallery and select your item. Step 2, add to cart. And step 3, check out. Go to our website, wbusbahamas.com, to shop with us today.
A popular painter from the island of Eleuthera continues to make his presence felt locally. For years, Jared Aubrey has been beautifying historic artifacts and buildings on the island and shared with us how far his artistic talents have taken him.
Between 5 and 7 years old, I used to like to color, and I always used to color at a second level, at an advanced level.
He's painted murals that depict everything the island of freedom has to offer, from the glass window bridge to historic buildings, and of course what the island is prominently known for, pineapples. Proud Eleutheran Jared Aubrey of Jejewel Arts says he fell in love with painting early on and his gift has blossomed. He used his recent project on the wall of a new bar and restaurant on the island called the Shady Pineapple as an example.
One of my colleagues, she just recently decided to open a bar as well, and that was my first mural. I was happy about that because I was centrally located in Governor's Harbor. It's going to get a lot of traffic. It's in a busy area, and I got a lot of persons who wanted to have murals painted on their walls as well. While I was doing that, I gave out my number, and in a week I was looking on a job. I got a job for Leo Rose. It's a restaurant and bar in James Sister. Then I got the Fish House in Savannah Sound. I painted an underwater scene, and after that, this was the most interesting. It wasn't a building, it was a truck. It was like a big bucket truck, and I painted a tropical bird, a tropical scene on it, a lot of big leaves.
But the work of this well-known Eleuthera artist didn't stop there. In fact, he engaged in a few competitions, showcasing his talents, and came out on top.
When I entered the Central Bank Mural and Public Art competition, and that wall space was like 26 to 29 feet by 14 feet on one side, and height was 9 feet. So that was good. I painted the glass window bridge on that, like an aerial view of the glass window bridge, and I was pretty happy about that.
The gifted artist says he plans to embark upon several new and colorful initiatives this year.
I would like to do more murals. I would like to do like a multiple story building. That's my interest. But currently, I'm doing sip and paint events as well. So I'm looking for, there's nothing basically I haven't done that I wanted to do besides doing like a multiple level building. That's what I want to conquer.
Concluding our series of iconic musicians during February Black History Month, our Lloyd Island today reintroduces you to Maureen Duvalier, the original Bahama Mama.
The original Bahama Mama, Maureen Duvalier, was born on New Providence Island here in the Bahamas on May 14th, 1926. Now, during her life, she was known as a celebrated Bahamian singer, entertainer, junkaneur, and cultural icon, paving the way for her eventual title as the original Bahama Mama. She was the youngest daughter of Eustace Edward Duvalier from the island of Greater Nagua, who was the brother of Haitian President Francois Papadoc Duvalier, making her his niece. Now, Duvalier grew up on Burial Ground corner off East Street, where her godparents Bert Cambridge and his wife Doris lived. Her godfather, Bert, was a performer in a group called the Chocolate Dandies, and he also led his own orchestra for a time, according to reports from the Bahamas Historical Society. Now, we've all heard about the infamous Jungle Club, which over the years evolved into a number of establishments around the island. But the original, located in the heart of Fox Hill, was where Duvalier began the start of her career in her early teens. After her debut at the Jungle Club, she would later sing at the Silver Slipper with several musicians of the time. As a woman, she faced many challenges, as it was not considered ladylike at the time for a female to perform in nightclubs. She would raise eyebrows again when she led the first all-Bahamian female junkanoo group on Bay Street. She continued performing well into her golden years at hotels on the mainland and Paradise Island prior to her passing on December 19, 2014. She died at the age of 88 and her funeral was held at St. Agnes Anglican Church in Nassau, and she was buried at the Eastern Cemetery on Shirley Street. Duvalier, during her life, inspired a generation of female performers, including Sweet Emily and others. Today, we salute Maureen Duvalier.
Maureen Duvalier was truly a legend, for sure.
And speaking about tomorrow's Friday, it's Get Down and Wine Friday. Who do we have?
We have Lady E. She's going to be in the house. She's going to be performing one of her favorite hits, or one of our favorite hits, I should say.
So should I wear my dancing shoes for tomorrow?
Definitely. It's a hit.
But coming up this afternoon, 5 o'clock, we have Amo live at 5.
Live at 5, and then Bahamas Tonight with our very own Makush Lapinder. So you want to stay tuned for those.
Keep it locked right here to the ZNet Television Network.
And with that, we end the morning edition for the entire team. I'm LaDawn Davis.
I'm Charles Fisher.
Have a great morning, everyone.